guys, it's Diane Mary. I'm going to talk about how to tell if your curly wavy hair needs a trim, and then in a couple of hours I'm actually heading on to the Devachan salon in Soho to get a trim with LaToya, who is my amazing stylist. Last time I was there, which was September, I brought my fiance and the camera with me, and I showed step by step of what goes on in the salon. So I will post that video below in the description box if you would like to check that out if you have not seen it yet. And then I'm going to show you now like the signs, and then I'll be back later on or tomorrow to show after the trim and talk about it more. So this is actually day 2 hair, and the Devachan salon, they do Deva Cuts. That is where Deva Cuts originated. So they cut the hair dry, so it's always advised to come in with your hair down and how you usually wear it. You don't want to pull it back, you don't want any ponytail dents or anything. So I just did my regular day 2 hair regimen. On my day 1 yesterday, I used most of my favorite products, but I kind of didn't use as much, only figuring, I'm going to rewash it today anyway, while I'm at the salon, so why waste the products? But this is the day 2 hair. Right now I use Devachan Super Cream and Believe In for today. So I mean, this is not bad day 2 hair, but it has been about 5 months almost since my last trim, which is really pushing it. Ideally for me, my hair likes a trim every 3 to 4 months, but with it being cold and stuff, I just push and push it until I've noticed the signs that I can't push it no more. So the first thing which I'm going to show you, which to me it's really obvious, but you could tell, I mean, just look at the ends. It's like, look at these. You could see how these ends are very frayed, very weak, very split. I mean, you could see that some of these split ends even have this own split ends. So that's a given sign. Also, when the bottom of my hair starts to look a little bit unruly and a little ratty, like, let me see if you guys could tell from this point. Like, you could kind of see, can you see? Like, you see how these guys are kind of sticking out a little more or a little bit like longer than the rest, and it just doesn't look as neat or put together. If you could tell them there. I know you could see it from the back. I don't know, but that's another sign, is kind of when the bottom half of your hair is just not looking as neat and put together. Like, so I know even when I tried to take selfies lately, like, they drive me nuts. Like, there you go. You can kind of see them. That there's these little ones hanging. Hopefully you see what I'm talking about. Also, another sign is when my hair overall gets a little frizzy. A little more frizzy, I should say, and I'm not 100% sure why that is. Obviously, when the ends are getting frizzy, they start to feel like hay. They start to feel brittle, and even though I deep condition regularly and I take care of my hair, gets to the point that the ends are just, alright, it's time to let it go, time to let us get a trim. So they feel like, hey, the hair gets a little frizzy, it becomes a little more unmanageable, as to say, like, why is my curl pattern, I'm using my Holy Grail products and styling the way I always do, but it's just not looking as great as it usually should. That's another sign. Something else for me is I notice I shed more, and this is another thing, unscientific. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm just noticing, for me personally, what I notice when my hair needs a trim. But I notice I'll start shedding more, and sometimes I worry that it's not quite shedding, but it could be breakage, which is that the split ends are kind of splitting up the shaft more when the hair is breaking off, which we do not want. So that's another sign. And just like when the hair is just dry, and my two biggest thing is the frizz, the split ends. And you can see in the front too, and I know I keep playing with them, but it's just to show you how it just gets thinner, which is that the hair is probably like breaking off, it's dead, it's unhealthy. Now, I'm just going for a trim and a shape, and what I do for my hair, because I'm trying to grow my hair really long, I'm trying to grow out past damage that's been from over 3 years ago that's still growing out. You may notice at the back of my hair that I have shorter pieces and it's not all like one length like I want. I don't necessarily want or like layers, because for me personally, I don't like a lot of volume. I know a lot of curly girls love volume. Not one of them. So when I go, I tell LaToya just to remind her that I don't like my hair to look too circly. I don't like a lot of layers, and I don't want to lose a lot of length. And LaToya is very not scissor happy, which is fantastic. So she takes off as minimal as she thinks. She just checks with me first, and then it just looks cleaned up and nicer. And somehow, which this defies the laws of physics, after I go for my Deva Cuts, I swear my hair looks longer afterwards than it did before. And I guess that's just from like cleaning up the scraggly ends and everything. And we're gonna go to the salon, and I'll be back afterwards. It's Diane again, and I am back from the city and from the Devachan salon, and LaToya was amazing once again. So, I'll tell you everything she did with the cut and the treatment and everything. So these are the results. It is freezing out. It is almost 20 degrees, and I think my hair looks incredible, but it looked even better before I had to put a hat on and have the wind and everything and be outside, and I really love what she did. You could see there's barely anything that was taken off. I should have took a picture of like the hair on the floor because there was so little hair on the floor, which is a part of the reason I love LaToya, is because she knows I'm trying to grow my hair out. So just removes what's dead, and that is it. So you could see the ends now significantly so much better. It's a whole lot cleaner. It's a whole lot shinier. Soft too. My hair feels soft as anything. Let me just see if I could show you guys from the side. This side. Side. Shine is absolutely crazy. I love the bounce. So like I said, I told her, just take off as little as possible, trying to grow out the layers, not to make my hair too circly. She also put the little root clips in, just to give my, I guess just to help my hair dry a little faster under the dryer, because my hair takes forever to dry. Anytime I try to do that at home though, it's impossible, but I really like that she listens and doesn't do too much volume. So what she did is she cleansed my hair with the No Poo Original, and then she went in with the Olaplex Treatment number 2, which is the Salon Olaplex Treatment. I wanted that done because I've seen my friend Hi Felicia do it for her curls all the time, and her curls are amazing and shiny and defined, and I thought it could probably help with how my hairline is drier and frizzier than the rest, and just help with my ends. And honestly, I think it really did help my hairline pieces a lot. It looks a lot more hydrated and shiny than beforehand, so we'll see how that holds up. So after the Olaplex, she rinsed it out completely, and then she went in, she did a combo of one condition original with some Heaven and Hair on my ends and on the front, because I tell her how the front gives me trouble. So she did the combination, and at first I was a little bit like, okay, I usually use Decadence for the moisture, but she said the original would be good, so she's the expert, let her do what she did. Glad she did what she did, because I really, again, like the results, and it worked. It seems to be the perfect amount of moisture. And then for styling, since she left the conditioners in her hands while at the sink, she mixed Archangel, which is the strongest hold gel, with the Deva Curl foam. I never used the foam before, and it was funny. I was at the sink, and I love how all the Deva Curl products smell, and I was at the sink, and I'm just like, I don't recognize what that scent is. You're a Deva Curl addict when you know products by the way they smell, and I couldn't pinpoint that one. So I said, oh, which one are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm trying the foam on you just for something different, and said, okay, let's do it. So she mixed them in her hand and then applied them in my hair, and then used the Flex Hold hairspray, which I loved, and then I flipped. You could see how she does my hair again from the last time I went. We did the routine video. Flipped under the dryer, everything. Took the clips out once it was dry, sprayed a little more hairspray, and I was done. And my hair just looks so soft and shiny and healthy. And you'll see in the before and afters too, in the back, it looks longer because the ends are just cleaned up and they're not scraggly. I keep showing you guys. I'm like, yay, clean ends. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you found the tips on when to tell if you need a cut helpful. My little recap over here, definitely if you do need a cut and you're in the New York City area, I cannot recommend LaToya at Devachan Salon, Deva Curl Salon enough. She is amazing. I'm going to post pictures for you to see better. Thank you guys so much. Oh, one other thing I did too, when I did come home, because of the wind and everything, I took it to discontinued product. I probably shouldn't even be talking about it, but Deva Curl used to have this thing called a shine spray that I have one bottle left of, and I did quickly go over it just to add a little bit extra shine without weighing my hair down and being too much. You could do the same thing if you take one drop, not even half a pump of Mirror Curls, it would do the same effect. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video and my videos helpful, if you could thumbs up and subscribe, that would be so awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye.